Okay, welcome to Drawing Basics, how to draw a lion using guidelines, basic shapes, tonal value and directional line, brought to you by Lars Studios. So as you can see, I'm using this image today and just wanted to give them credit. Thank you very much. I found that image on Behance. So I've cut the picture in half and I'm now just going to lighten it a little bit so that I can show you guys my guidelines that I'm going to draw. We're just going to be using triangles, circles and squares today. For circles, triangles and squares at the moment. Now one thing you might find really useful is using clock faces, thinking about angles as time rather than as an angle. I like to use the 2:45, 4:45, 3:20, etc. I like to use those to help me. Now I'm looking here at thinking about tone now. I've got all my basic shapes in there and I need to think about the dark, the medium and the light. As you can see, I've got a scale of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I will use this pretty much in any time I'm doing an observational drawing where I have use of tone, of dark and light. And I'm going to start working into that. I need to look for areas that are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Make sure that you are thinking of the direction of the fur. That's really, really important with any kind of animal that's got fur. Don't just scribble the lines in any direction. You need to think about what direction do they go in, where do they start, where do they finish, and therefore where should my line start and where should my line finish, as well as how dark or light the lines are. So no scribbling in random directions. Think about the direction of your line. I've also got here an example of an outline and a guideline. Totally okay to use thick and thin lines, and totally okay to use hatching, cross-hatching, thin and thick and dark and light. We want to get a variety of tones here, a variety of lines to show that texture of the fur, to show that tone, show the dark, show the light of the fur. It may look a bit like I'm just scribbling now, but trust me, once all this is together, it will look good, all of them together. It's just because I've zoomed in a bit, it looks a bit like scribbles. That's what drawing really is, isn't it? Just a bunch of scribbles in the right places. So again, I'm thinking of the direction of the fur, I'm thinking about the light and the dark areas, I'm thinking about the shapes that I built up. They're just to help me work out where everything is. I've deliberately done this as a symmetrical drawing so I can see how big things are and just flipped it over. That's a good way of learning when you're starting to work out shapes and sizes and proportions. And now I'm just adding in all the detail, the dark, medium and the light. And when I start to erase my guidelines, you should be able to see, remember, don't do random lines, look at the direction of the lines that you're doing. When I erase my guidelines, you can see the difference. Those are my guidelines, my finished drawing.
Oh God, you're so good.
And just for a little bit of fun here, I decided to flip over my drawing so you can see, and obviously in real life nothing is really symmetrical, so I'm just going to work into it a little bit and then that's basically a lion's head sorted. I only had to draw half of it. Saved time, didn't it?